Hi everyone, this is Ann Huffman, and I'm going to create a video tutorial on how to do these custom letters with print and cut. I typed it out, but I noticed that in my group, a lot of people on Facebook are like me. They're more visual learners than reading the steps, so that's what I'm going to do. So let me move these over, but I'm going to try and leave the steps up so that you can follow along with it and kind of see what I'm doing. The first thing I'm going to do is, well, merge to add each letter. That means add your first letter, your first image that you want to use, and then to add additional images, you would click on File and Merge to navigate to your next image and bring it in. I've already done that over here. You hit Merge, navigate to where the image is on your computer and bring it in, and then go back and do File Merge. If you do File Open, you're going to be opening up a lot more of these documents. That's what Open does. Merge merges more into the same one. So the next step is type each letter. So I am going to do Tampa, and let me make them larger for now, and duplicate the letter and place it to the side. I right click, I select duplicate, I'm putting it over here on the side. Well, actually, let me go back a step, which I just assumed you all would do, but you need to find the font that you want to work with. And the impact font is a thicker font. It doesn't have to be impact, but find something that is thick in order for your image to show up in it. So now that I have my image, my font selected, I can make it bigger. And I'm going to go ahead and give mine color. I'll color it black. And I'll click on the line color, and I'll color it black as well. And I'll just keep both of these over here. Okay, so now I'm going to right click and duplicate it and just move it over to the side here. So now that I've done that, I'm down at step 3, duplicate letter and place to the side. The next thing is to place the letter over the image. So that's step number 4 that I'm going to be doing now, placing the letter over the image. So I need to find an image that is going to be a good fit for whatever my letter is, because the image needs to be a little bit larger than the letter. So I'm going to move this image down here, grab my letter T, try to fit how much of that skull that I want to put in there. One thing I can do is the transparency button here. I can grab the transparency button and slide it so that I can see beneath the letter T to see that I want to get more of the skull there. So I'm using my arrow keys to just kind of inch it over a little bit. Okay, so I have that one done. The letter T is highlighted. I'm going to hold down the shift key and I'm clicking the image. And now I'll go to my modify panel and do my crop. So I have the T for Tampa ready. So let's see. Let me just double check. My grandkids just came in from school. I want to make sure I didn't resize the letter. No, I didn't. Okay, only you nanas will understand that. So my next one, let me just move something aside. Have some more letters. So this one probably is what I'll use for the letter M. Click it, and I'm not holding the shift key at all, so it is going to be distorted behind it. Let me look at transparency on the letter M and see what it looks like back there. And I got a little bit of the flag there, so I'm going to use the arrow keys and arrow over a little. I want to get a little bit more, so I'm okay with that. Now I'm going to try and select those two. The A jumped in there, but I'll hold the shift key down and click on that A to get it out of the way, and we're going to go back to crop. So I have my M going, and this will be my A. So let's see here how far I get with it. And you see how the A is overhung over there? You don't want that. You want your image to be slightly bigger than your letter. So now I need to click on the letter A, where's my transparency, and slide this transparency to see how much am I getting. I'm gonna inch it over to the right a little bit. I'll get a little bit more, and I'm gonna go down. I want to get a little bit more of the skull, but I have to be careful that I don't go beyond the edge of it, because if I do, it's not gonna look right when I decide to get back over there to crop it. So let's see if I have it positioned right. Yes, so that works. So I've got my T, A, M, P, and A. And there we go. So I had an extra one somewhere there, but that's all good too. So let's see, maybe this for the P. Let's see here. So it's a little bit wider now. And let me bring it down, and I can already see that I'm not getting most of this image here. So I'm going to slide it over here and see what it looks like better with the letter A with it. And I just have to make it a little bit bigger, and I hope that that works. So let me click on this letter A now and go back to transparency and see what I'm getting. Looks pretty good, but I'm worried about this part right here. So let's see what it does. Crop. Yes, see what I mean? How I lost the corners of it, and the corners up here. That's what happens everywhere there the image is not at. You lose that part of it. So I cannot adjust my letter because I've made a duplicate over here. So I have to grab the image and try and distort it now so that it fits, it is bigger. So I made it bigger, and I'll use the arrow down a little bit more and try to pull that down. Now let's see what I have with it. Not really happy, so this probably, oh, what do I have? I need the letter. Probably would not have been the right image to choose, and that's why your image selection is what matters. So I was able to get most of this in. So let's see. Do I have another one? I guess not. So now this is going to be the trying one here, but I think it's pretty good in size. So I'm going to have to make this really big in order to get my P in there. Because again, I cannot resize my letter. So now I have the letter selected, hold the shift key down, select the image, and crop. So I have all of my letters now. all of them. So now with this one, so I'm finished with number 5. Number 6, take the duplicate letter and create a slight offset. So now I'm over on the offset window. I've selected the word offset and I said 0.65. And that's thin or thick enough for me. So I'll say apply for it. And then I said select both the letter and the offset. And so I need to ungroup so that I can select my letter and my offset. Try not to get that A in there. Right click on it and say make a compound path. And what I've done is made a hollow outline for it. And so I'm going to move this out of the way. Let me finish the others. Right click, make compound path. Okay, so I have those done. And so now I'll worry about alignment later. That's the easiest part of this. So now I have the outline of all of these. So let me just select them all. And I want to go to my line color and I'm going to make it, oh, it's black. I'm going to thicken it up some here. Well, let's see, maybe just the color. I just clicked on the color and that made it thicker. So now I need to move my letter. I'm at number 9. Place the cropped image inside of the letter. I guess don't get them as close as you see that I'm doing it. Right click and group. That one's done. And I'm just using my arrow keys. It helps me to position them better. And right click and group. And group. And so now let me try and get them a little bit halfway on the same line. I'm not really as worried about getting them even because I'm going to align them once I get them all set here. So there is my team, the Tampa Bay Bucks. And so what I want to do now is go to the alignment and I want to align them not horizontal. I do that every time. Vertical alignment. So now they're all even. I could click this A and bring it closer that way if I wanted to or whatever, but I'm not going to waste time on the video doing that. So I right click and I group them and there's my word. So now you have written instructions and you've seen it on the video. So if you have any questions, of course, just type them and I'll respond to them as quickly as I can. Thanks for watching.